The brutally honest difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. Number 8. Loving is an uphill battle. Being in love is simply effortless. Often, you will hear someone complain about their relationship. They will say things like, "It shouldn't be this hard." And there is some truth to that. Naturally, if you really are in love with someone, things shouldn't be difficult. You shouldn't have to work overtime to get the spark back or try to stop fighting. These things should never be a problem. I'm not saying that being in love with someone will be all roses and rainbows, but I am saying that the love aspect should never take work. Also, after having a rocky month or two, you will still be in love with the person if it's real. Your feelings will have changed, but for the better, because you will feel even closer to your partner. Number 7. Loving means ownership. Being in love is a partnership. When you love someone, you want the whole world to know that they are yours. So you label them and you make them your property. You constantly need to tell them that they are your girlfriend or boyfriend. And you also need them to constantly tell you that they are yours. When you are in love, labels such as a boyfriend and a girlfriend do not matter. Both of you do acknowledge that you are an item, but you both do agree that you are your own person. Keep watching for some more brutally honest truths about the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. Number 6. Loving means how the person makes you feel. Being in love means how you make them feel. This is one common mistake people often make when it comes to love. When someone is asked, "Why do you love this person?" they often respond with, "I like how they make me feel." That answer is fine, but it doesn't mean you are in love with the person, it just means you love them. If you are more concerned about how you make your partner feel, then it's true love. You could say that true love means being unselfish and putting your partner before you. Number 5. Loving is a rush. Being in love has many emotions. There are many highs and lows with being in love. The problem is they do not balance each other out in a way that makes you feel good. The love can last for a while, but the second there is a problem, it could all go away. It's like a roller coaster, but the problem is that the ride eventually ends. But if you are in love with someone, no matter what happens in the relationship, you never feel like things are crashing and burning. The reason is you know that you and your partner will find a way to figure things out because you both are in love with each other. Number 4. Loving a person means always needing them. Being in love means having a balance. Always wanting someone to be around isn't a bad thing. It just means you love them and enjoy their company. But when you are in love with someone, you would like to have them around as much as possible. But you do realize that there needs to be a happy balance between you and their personal time. You want them to be happy, so you understand that the balance is necessary. Whether it is giving them their time to enjoy their hobbies or even go out with friends. You know at the end of the day they are coming home to you. When you are in love with someone, you want that person to be happy and confident in the relationship. This means understanding that the other needs to have time to his or herself. You realize that you don't need to spend all of your time with that person, as much as you would like to. And also understand that the strength of your relationship can be determined by the understanding that there should always be balance between time spent together and time spent alone. Alone time between couples is healthy and can actually even make the couple stronger. Couples who are in love understand that they are both individuals, and in order to grow as a couple, they have to have that balance. Number 3, love can end. Being in love cannot. Love does not last forever and can end at any moment. According to statistics, almost 50% of married couples in the United States end up divorcing each other at some point. That just proves my point that love on its own can end. Once the honeymoon phase in a relationship is over, that is when things get tough. Arguments ensue, differences begin to rise. But if the couple is in love with each other, they will get past these differences. The reason is that you cannot picture a life without each other. It is true when you say that you can't just stop being in love with someone. When you are in love, the person becomes a big part of your life, and even becomes a part of your heart and your soul. And you just can't picture a life without that certain person. That's why, even when a relationship is unhealthy or seems to be crumbling, some couples stay together. They love each other too much and cannot face going about their lives without the other person. But this can be detrimental to both partners' mental well-being. Number 2, love means wanting the best. Being in love means putting them first. When you love someone, you will always want the best for them. But does this mean that you are willing to make sacrifices to help them reach their goals? If you are in love with someone, that question doesn't even cross your mind because you would never have any doubts about it. You would put that person first and do everything in your power to make sure that they succeed. But it can also relate to making the person's life easier. You will do things that would take some stress off the person, like taking more shifts walking the dog or cooking dinner more often. When you're in love with another person, it is completely normal to put their interests ahead of yours. Although this may not be the most healthy thing to do in certain situations. People who are in love will always think of the person they love before making the decision. It is a good thing for couples to think about each other when making decisions, to a certain extent though. Putting someone ahead of your own interests in certain situations is a sign of love and loyalty, while other situations can actually be detrimental. For example, if you stop spending time with your family or friends in an interest of your partner. Each situation depends on the context and status of the relationship. Two people who are in love are always thinking about each other, and being in love with someone usually means that you will put their interests ahead of yours because you love them so much and you only want to see them happy. Number 1, you choose to love someone. Being in love isn't a choice. You have all the power when it comes to loving someone. You make a decision based on their personality, and you choose to trust their abilities and morals. If things do not work out, then you also have the power to stop loving them and release them from your life. The same cannot be said if you fall in love with someone. It can happen at any time. There will be no warning, and it's something you cannot walk away from. When you're in love with someone, you'll know. You won't be able to get that person off your mind. You will constantly want to be around him or her, and the thought about being without that person will make you nervous. When you are absolutely in love with someone, it's also hard to stop loving them, especially if or when they do something that might hurt you. Saying goodbye to someone you're in love with can be extremely difficult to do. This is why breakups are so difficult for most couples who are in love. Even if you manage to walk away, that feeling will stick with you forever. That is how you know you're in love with the person. Love is a beautiful and wonderful feeling. It can be the most indescribable and deep emotion that anyone can feel. Despite everyone being able to feel this emotion, there are many that cannot tell the difference between loving someone and being in love with someone. It's very common to believe that they are both the same. The passion may feel the same, but what is different is the intentions. So if you are searching for that warm, bubbly feeling, you need to recognize the difference between the two. Have you ever been in a situation where you realized that you loved someone but weren't actually in love with them? Tell us in the comment section below. Enjoyed this video? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.